Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss subject and predicate. In a sentence there are two parts. One is subject and another is predicate. Let's see what are these words. Read the following sentences. Vicky is throwing ball to his friends and Parth is an athlete. So in these two sentences you can see one part is underlined, is throwing ball to his friends. This part is underlined and Vicky is not underlined, Parth is not underlined and is an athlete. It is underlined. So a sentence can be divided into two parts. One is subject and another predicate. Subject. Let's see what is the subject in a sentence. In a sentence, the person or thing we are speaking about is called the subject. Means the person, thing or any noun or pronoun we are talking about. There are subjects like the dog's bark. So in this sentence, underline part the dogs. This part is your subject and bark is your predicate because barking. So we are talking about the dogs and the cat jumped over the table. So we are talking about the cat. I repeat, the person or thing we are speaking about, we are talking about. Okay? So in first sentence we are talking about dogs and in second sentence we are talking about cat. So in first sentence the dogs is your subject and in second the cat is your subject. Let's see what is predicate. The part of the sentence which says something about the subject is called the predicate. Means the part of the sentence which says something, which describes something about the subject is your predicate. Like the dog's bark. The dog's bark. In this sentence, bark is your predicate and the cat jumped over the table. In this sentence, jumped over the table is your predicate. Okay? I repeat, about which means a person or thing, about which something is said is your subject and what is said about the subject is your predicate. Look at the following sentences. There are two columns, left and right. In left column your subject is given and in right column your predicate is given. Birds sing. Maya writes a letter. The teacher teaches in the classroom. Einstein was a great scientist. So, in this table, birds, Maya, the teacher, and Einstein. These words are your subjects. While sing writes a letter, teaches in the classroom, and was a great scientist are your predicates. Now it comes the question: how can we find the subject in a sentence? So there are some patterns. Let's try to understand. Generally, the first word in a sentence is the subject. Okay, as we saw, it begins a capital letters. Okay, it begins with a capital letter. Yes, as you can see in previous examples. Third, it comes before the verb. Obviously, so these are some symbols. Using these, we can find a subject in a sentence easily. Read the following sentences. Vivek writes letter. So, as you can say, Vivek is the first word in the sentence. It begins with capital letter. Yes, Vivek is beginning with capital letter. It comes before the verb. Yes, writes letter. And Vivek comes before writes letter. Write is your verb and Vivek is before the verb. So Vivek is your subject. Apart from this, Vivek writes a letter. You can ask a question, who writes a letter? Your answer is Vivek. Cows give milk. So you can ask, who give milk? Your answer is cow. So in these two sentences, Vivek and cows are your subject. Read the following sentences. The pen is working well. You can ask, what is working well? Your answer is the pen. Computers must be replaced. You can ask, what must be replaced? Your answer is computers. So in these two sentences, if we question what is working well and what must be replaced, your answer is in first the pen and in second your answer is computers. So now we can say by asking who and what we can find the subject in a sentence. I repeat, by asking who and what we can find the subject in a sentence. Implied subject. Okay, as you have heard about the implied subjects, let's see what is an implied subject. So in imperative sentences, subject you is hidden. Okay, as you know, as we discussed in the previous chapter, that in imperative sentence subject you is hidden. Stand up, comb your hair, bring me a cup of tea. So in all the above sentences, the subject you is hidden and understood. Means we know that stand up is a complete sentence, while subject you is not appearing. Subject you is not appearing, but it is hidden and understood. So in these three sentences, you is your implied subject. So you can say that in imperative sentence, you is hidden as a subject and you is an implied subject. So implied subjects generally stand in imperative sentence. I hope you have understood the concept. I repeat, subject and predicate, the part, okay, in a sentence about which something is said. Means a person or thing about which something is said is your subject, and what is said about the person or thing is your predicate. To find the predicate, there are some symbols. It comes in the beginning of sentence. Yes. Second, it starts with capital letters. Yes, it starts, and generally it comes before the verbs. Yes, it comes. Okay. And by questioning who and what, you can find subjects and other parts. Okay, about what is said about the subject is your predicate. Okay, I hope you have understood. That's all for today. Thank you.